12th Standard Chapter Number 10 Cold War. Today we are going to learn about the concept of Cold War and its definition. The concept behind the Cold War was actually tussle between the capitalist nation and the communist nation for power and ideological influences, which began after the Second World War, is referred as Cold War. The definition of Cold War was given by Walter Lippmann. He was an American political columnist who was the first to use the term Cold War. The concept of Cold War is characterized by the following factor. In Cold War, there was no direct war, intense race for armament, aggressive political policies were adopted by both nations, mutual lack of faith among nations, political and economic pressurization, and ideological conflicts. Let's study background of Cold War. The aftermath of Second World War created conditions leading to the onset of Cold War. Cold War means no direct war. England and France lost their primary position in the world politics. During the World War, Russia gained prominence in Eastern Europe, while America, England, and France gained prominence important in Western Europe. Thus, Europe was divided in Eastern and Western Bloc. The Eastern European nation, under the influence of Soviet Russia, adopted communist ideology. Now, what is communist ideology? The belief that there should be a political system in which the state owns and controls all factories, farm, services, etc., and aims to treat everyone equally. The Western European nation, under the influence of America, adopted capitalist ideology and democratic system. They respect individual rights to own property and means of production. This situation caused the emergence of Cold War. The Prime Minister of England, Sir Winston Churchill, used the term Iron Curtain for the line between Eastern European nations with the communist ideology and the Western European nation with the democratic ideology. The divisive line between Eastern European nation and the Western European nation led toward the progression of Cold War. Progression of Cold War. After the Second World War was over, America had a Marshall Plan for post-war reconstruction of Europe. Under this plan, America started providing financial help to these nations. Soviet Russia started encouraging the freedom movement in Asia and Africa. Because of the division of Europe into Eastern Europe and Western Europe, a political tension was created between America and Soviet Russia, although the direct war between them never took place. The sense of the looming Third World War prevailed at global level. However, both parties have been mutually avoiding any kind of situation that lead toward the Third World War. Now the situation was such that both America and Russia perennially, which means constantly, appeared to be ready for a war. Tension prevailed on both sides, but actual war did not happen. This situation by and large is referred to as Cold War. As we know that the end of the Second World War divided Europe. Europe was divided on the basis of political, economic and military concerns. However, the division of Europe leading to the Cold War was mainly based on ideological differences. Ideology is fundamental to the national goal and aspiration. The communist ideology of Soviet Russia was based on principle of governmental ownership, and the capitalist ideology of America was based on principles of private ownership. The Cold War did not remain restricted only to Europe, but it spread to Asian continent as well. Two major events took place in the first half of the 20th century. There were the Sino-Soviet Treaty between Soviet Russia, Soviet Union and China, and the Korean conflict based on North and South Korea. The Cold War began during the time of Russia Premier Stalin. He was succeeded by Nikita Khrushchev, who understood the destructive nature of nuclear war, brought changes in the past Soviet policies, and adopted policies based on more realistic outlook. He looked forward to create a peaceful coexistence between Russia and America. His policies could make the meeting possible between the American President Eisenhower. In 1959, the President of America, Mr. Eisenhower, and the Soviet Russian leader, Mr. Nikita Khrushchev, met at Camp David in America. In 1961, Soviet Russia built the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall guarded concrete barrier that physically and ideologically divided Berlin, the wall out of Berlin from surrounding East Germany, including East Berlin, commenced by the German Democratic Republic on 13 August 1961. This prevented the contact between the West Berlin and East Berlin. This incident resulted in increased tension in Europe. In 1962, Cuba became the center of tension created by Cold War because of the deployment of nuclear missiles to Cuba by Soviet Russia. Cuban Missile Crisis, also known as October Crisis of 1962, confronted between US and Soviet Union, which escalated into an international crisis when America deployment of missiles in Italy and Turkey were matched by Soviet deployment. This incident is known as Cuban Missile Crisis. To reduce this tension between the two countries, measures like bilateral agreement, establishing a Moscow-Washington hotline for instant communication were taken. In 1972, the American President Richard Nixon and Premier of Soviet Russia Leonid Brezhnev met at Moscow. In the America Soviet Russia summit held in that year at Moscow, it was unanimously agreed upon to put a limitation on the number of nuclear missiles. This agreement reduced the tension between the two countries to some extent. The same year, America officially acknowledged People's Republic of China as a state. The process of relaxing the political tension is referred as deterrent. Later, the American president visited China and officially recognized the Communist government of China. Both of them used veto in Security Council of the United Nations on various intents like supporting friends nations, signing of various military treaties, economic exchanges, trading concessions, granting the status of friend nation. This directly promoted division of the members nations in distinct groups. This resulted in highlighting the ideological differences between capitalist and communism, thus creating mutual fear and disbelief. There was lack of any effective system that would clear political misunderstanding. Ultimately, the Cold War was remain alive for some time. The decade of deterrent that based on mutual understanding, America and Russia decided to continue the process of deterrent. The Paris Conference in 1973 was an attempt of ending the Vietnam War. The peace talks were further in 1975. Helsinki Conference. This conference was attended by the representative of 35 European countries, along with the President of America and the Premier of Soviet Russia. This conference was organized to lessen the strain between Eastern and Western European countries. A conference was held at Camp David in 1978 to resolve the rifts between Israel and Arabs. In 1979, there was a resolution in Iran. The last monarch, mean Shah of Iran, was overthrown, and Ayatollah Khomeini became the supreme leader of the country. As he came into power, he suspended all diplomatic relations with USA and also withdrew from NATO. We will study in detail about that in next lecture. In the same year, Russia intervened in Afghanistan and established a socialist government under the leadership of Babrak Karmal. There was an intense competition for developing nuclear weapon and space programs between America and Soviet Russia. The field of sports was also subjected to the Cold War politics. America and Soviet Russia were aware that the policy could inevitably lead to the Third World War. However, both wanted to avoid it. Treaties limiting the number of nuclear weapons were signed by both the countries, and possibility of the Third World War was avoided. Mikhail Gorbachev's era. He became the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Soviet Russia and the Premier of Soviet Russia in 1985. His period saw the end of Cold War. He introduced important reform in Soviet Russia through his policies known as perestroika, that mean reconstructing, and glasnost, openness. During his time, the Russian economy had grown weaker. Gorbachev tried to normalize it by reconstructing the political and economic system of Soviet Russia. He attempted to democratize the political system by the way of open election and to end the authoritarian rule of the Communist Party. He decentralized the economic machinery of the state. Authors, journalists, and intellectuals were given more freedom of expression. However, Gorbachev, who gave momentum to the process of unification of East and West Germany, could not stop the disintegration of his own country. Soviet Russia disintegrated during his period. After 1991, two new terms were coined in the global history: post-Cold War world and post-Soviet Russia world orders. Aftermath of Cold War. During the period of Cold War, there was many factors which threatened the very future of mankind. They included political misunderstanding among nations, world's nation splitting into two distinct groups, importance to secret political moves and treaties, absence of the priorities to the process of disarmament, use of science for producing destructive weapons, neglect of basic and important issues like food, clothing, and housing, etc. Both USA and Soviet Russia had to pay very heavily for their strategy of letting the situation of Cold War prevail over prolonged period. The consequences of dissolution of the Soviet Russia left USA as the only superpower in the world.